are watching True Way Television.
Welcome to hashtag Becoming a Barrier Breaker. We are together yet again with Nyeleti, YaMasase, Ntombi. We are in this healing journey together. We continue to say we want to expose the wounds just a little bit. We want to touch on those sensitive places, but all in the name of wanting to get into a journey of healing. And tonight in this episode that I'm bringing forth, I was just looking back in the work that we have done previously with becoming a barrier breaker, with this journey that I've just been in this whole year, and I want us to go into rather a conversation, right? That I'm going to now remove myself from it, though I will still tell my stories, but I want to now bring in the giants in the Bible, those that mostly I would say that they are letters which were written to us, to read and to learn. Some of the things when you are going through them, you're thinking, you are this pioneer, you're starting, this thing is starting off with you, and you forget what the book of Corinthians says, that, the troubles that you're going through, just know that somebody else has already gone through it. So I want us to just do that. In the next couple of weeks, I just want us to tap into giants that are in there in the Bible. We look into why is it that we need to be encouraged and believe that indeed God has called us to become barrier breakers, that indeed God has chosen us for this generation. God has, He has handpicked us to come and carry this load. I've always said that becoming a barrier breaker is not an easy thing. In as much as I would come in and, I would speak and I would make it sound so easy, I have said it before, it's not an easy thing. When I continuously say, hold on one more day, I tell you all the time that holding on one more day could just literally be you having to hold on for another 10 years, but every day you just tell yourself that I want to hold on. So basically it's a decision that you have to make. Every day you need to wake up and be intentional about to create the change, be it in your marriage, be it in your business, be it in the family, whatever it is that you've decided, that you want to become a barrier breaker in, or that you've discovered. I've said this to the ladies in one of the sessions that, when we speak about you becoming a barrier breaker, you also need to understand that it is something that everybody else may have gone through, did not even take notice of it. But then when you get to it, you stop and you be like, wait, what is going on in my family? Wait, what is going on in this business? You find yourself in a company where everybody is okay with a certain way of doing things, with every struggle that they constantly find, and year after year they have to let people go, and nobody seems to care. They just feel like it's the state of the country, it's the state of the economy. We have excuses that we can bring forth for a lack of a better word, I will say excuses, but it is just that thing that you feel that, what can we do? But when you get to it, you're no longer saying, what can we do? You say, what can I do? Becoming a barrier breaker, it is something that you make it to be a personal thing. You'll be like, but God, we can't continue like this. I know that marriages are known to be, on the rocks all the time, but Father, I refuse. When you get to that place where it starts aching in you, I knew that I am called into the journey of healing. I'm called into the brokenhearted. I'm called to speak about restoration. When I would look into somebody broken and out, and I would ask, can't you just try maybe something else and, better yourself? Because I feel like even when we get to a point of no return, there is still a God who can begin something new. So it's not about where can I go next. You can be at your wit's end, but there is a God who is saying, let's just begin this thing together. So tonight we're going to be talking about the broken vessel in me. When I say a broken vessel in me and you're going to come across this message, I want you to now turn it to being a broken vessel in you. When I speak about the broken vessel, today I'm going to use Bartimaeus. as our letter that we're going to read, as our letter that we're going to look into. But in as much as I'm going to use the blindness of Bartimaeus, I wonder what is the blindness in your situation. I want you to look into the brokenness of that which you are. And you ask yourself, what have I done about it? That's why I'm saying that you need to be that person who to a point where you say, but I've been inquiring about it. You are not just okay with the situation. Why are you okay with the fact that you are even carrying a name that people have given unto you? When we read in the book of Mark, that's where we're going to be tonight, to kickstart the show. I'm going to take it from. Let me take it from 46 for a better understanding. I'm on NLT version, and it says that then they reached Jericho as Jesus and his disciples left town. A large crowd followed him. A blind beggar named Bartimaeus, son of Timaeus, was sitting beside the road. When Bartimaeus heard that Jesus of Nazareth was passing by, he began to shout, "Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me." On 48, the naysayers, they say, "Be quiet." Many of the people yelled at him, but he only shouted louder, "Son of David, have mercy on me." You know, I'm saying they are naysayers because we mostly get into this place in our life where we want to make a change. There's somebody who feels the need to want to shut you up. You get into a place in your life where you say, I am tired of this situation. You know, being a barrier breaker, the reason why I say you need to be persistent, you need to be crazy, you need to have a fire that is burning in you day in, day out. That fire that is burning, it should not be a fire that is being kickstarted by anyone else. And I'll tell you why I'm saying this. If they kickstarted, in my language would say, you need to understand that it means the fire will stop burning. So you need to be an intentional person whom on a day who wakes up in the morning, you remind yourself that I chose this journey for myself. When we speak about Bartimaeus, he was just sitting by the road. He had been blind. You know, the first time I was introduced to this man, Bartimaeus, and it was at church, and somebody was just speaking about him, and they spoke about the fact that because he was blind, he was sitting by the road. Even the jacket that he was wearing, it was now a jacket of shame. Maybe it was no longer even, you know, I mean, he was blind. Think about it. Who could have been washing it for him, right? So you need to understand that he was really that beggar that you see day in, day out going to work. So when a beggar that you see going to work every day decides to take a stand, one day when you pass by, you find them, they're all dressed up. They don't have a CV, but they're dressed up with whatever it is that they had. And you know, when you are wearing something dirty, but yet you look like somebody who is now intentional of what you're about to do. What I'm saying to you is that we're not going to change what you have for you to start working with the brokenness that you have. We're not going to say we're going to get you a new you, but we're saying that with the bits, broken pieces that you have around you, when we say a broken vessel in you, we are saying with exactly that. Bartimaeus took a stand. He did not say, let me go take a bath first. The Bible does not record him saying, let me go to the next river, to the next stream. Let me just quickly wash up. Let me just fix my jacket. The Bible says he just had. The Bible says that Jesus Christ was passing by with the disciples. They were not even coming to him, but they were just passing through. But what then happens is when he tapped into his moment. You and I, we've been presented with so many moments in our lives where we could have made the change, where we could have, started fighting the demons that we have, where we could have started building up on these broken pieces, and we say, I want them. And I speak about these broken pieces, and I say, it's what you have that we will use, because when the Bible says the cornerstone that which the builders rejected, And I think it was through the journey of writing Our Wedding in Cana where I made an example that ask the greatest builders. They will tell you that, when they want to go to the corners, they go look for the broken bricks to come put at the corners. So that is to say, I'm saying to you, when I say the broken person in you, I am not saying you need to now go into first bettering yourself before you can face it. I am saying pick up the pieces that you have. I want you to pick up the pieces. I was saying a couple of days ago that, I've come to a point in my life where I do not care the files that you have on me. I don't want you to tell me about the person that you knew me to be the last couple of years. I'm not even interested in that. You can tell those that are interested. Mina, I take those things that you have as the broken pieces that I want to use to stand and start building on what God said I am. Bartimaeus says, I am hearing that this man is passing by. You need to then understand. Funny, I should come into this because coming in here, I had to transport these blind people. And they said to me, for the first time in your life, you are being led by the blind. And then I laughed and I said to them, no, it's not for the first time, because I was raised by a man who was blind my whole life, and he led me and I trusted him with my life. So as we were about to turn and get to where I needed to drop them off, I said to them, no, I see the church where I'm taking you. They said, hey, the beauty of being able to see. And I said to them, there is also beauty in knowing. There is also beauty in hearing. There's also beauty in discerning. There's also beauty in being aware of the room that you are in. You may see sometimes, but you lack some of the senses. You see, but you don't hear. You may think that because Mina, I can see, then I know it all. They knew where to take me because they directed me from their house up until we get to the church. Mina, the only thing I did was to see when we literally get to the moment. Bartimaeus could not see Jesus Christ, but he heard that he was passing by. The knowledge of knowing that there's Jesus Christ, that's something that you need to first ask yourself. As I want to build into these broken pieces that I have within myself, do I have the knowledge of who can take me through the journey? Because there has to be somebody who then works with me. I told you, if it is the fire that people makes, they will then forget to come tomorrow to reignite it. But when it's Jesus Christ, when you have the knowledge of who needs to take me through it.
You are watching True Way Television.